Hey, so today we're talking about writing things down and actually why it's really important. I'm going to explain it to you, and just keep in mind, I know that writing things down when you have your cell phone or a computer, and you can even dictate this, you can voice memo it to Siri, and you basically don't really need to do too much to interact and get it down or get it recorded. I understand that that's maybe a faster and easier for you route or method that you use, but I want to explain to you why writing it down old-fashioned style is going to actually help you with focus, with being able to kind of bypass some of those emotions, the anxiety, the stress that might be playing a part in all of this. If you got a big project and you don't know where to start and you're kind of typing away, that how writing things down may actually help you more. And you can do it in addition to those other things that you're doing. So I'm not saying stop what you're doing, but I'm saying try this in addition to it. All right, so the two areas of your brain that I want to talk about are when you get when emotions kick in, all right? When you get stressed out, when you get happy, all these different emotions that kick in. It's an area of your brain that kind of sits right in the middle, the limbic system. It's the amygdala. And so this is really where a lot of emotions kind of are processed and where they're kind of pushed out. All right. And when we're very emotional, we're not always rational. All right. We're not always making logical decisions. We're kind of following those emotions, or they're distorting things around us. They're making things very maybe blown out of proportion and overwhelming. And so that can make it really hard to complete the things we're trying to complete. So the area of your brain that kind of the area of your brain that kind of combats that is the logical piece of your brain, where the executive functioning happens. Okay, and that's the prefrontal cortex right in front. And so that area kind of enters in with some rational thinking to try and go up against those emotions. Okay, how do we separate these things and what makes sense here? It adds in the logic to everything. All right, so when you're writing things down, the act of writing it down and the act of reading it, what you wrote down, it fires up that frontal part. Okay, so you force yourself to think a little bit more logically than just in that kind of overwhelmed, sensitive, emotional state that you were in before. So that's one of the huge benefits to writing things down. The second huge benefit is that there's a built-in, almost like autofocus. It's not a guarantee, all right, but it is a little extra kind of turbo boost in focus, in your ability to focus. Because when you're actually writing something down and when you're reading what's written down, you're attuned to what is happening right in front of you. Now keep in mind, when you're on your phone or your computer, you have tons of apps, you have tons of you might even be getting messages at that current time, or getting vibrations or pop-up alerts. You're getting all these things that are driving you away from what you're actually doing. So yes, it may be, you may think it's faster, but if you kind of add in all those built-in distractions, it may not actually be faster in the end. But I'm not asking you to stop doing those things. I'm asking you to just add writing down things, whether it's taking notes, whether it's journaling, and this is the exercise that we're going to be doing, is journaling. And you may have done this before, maybe never before, but I'm going to help you out by giving you some guided exercises, tips, things to do every day, things to choose to do, new things to do each day. And I want you to keep a couple things in mind, and you'll see this as the tips section in your exercise. Is that, one, this is not a paper. I don't want you to write a thesis. I don't want you to write a term paper. I don't want you to write, a 2-page paper on this. I want you to set a time limit. I want you to spend 5 minutes max on this journal. Now this journal's going to answer one kind of topic question, and then 2 or 3 kind of daily check-in type things. And keep in mind, it's 5 minutes. If you miss 1 day, if you miss 2 days, don't stop. I'm asking you to start again. Pretend you're a beginner, pretend you're going at it for the very first time, and just start again. All right, so keep in mind the two reasons why writing things down are going to help you out is because it has a built-in focus kind of setting, because of actually paying attention to what's on that paper, and then also the act of writing and reading, it fires up the logical piece of your brain. So if you are overwhelmed, this is a good option for you. All right, so check out the exercise, complete it, and share your thoughts. All right, see you around.